A strange computer virus that learns from its enemy to consume humanity's future all the more efficiently has attacked. Dr. Thomas Liu chases the virus down and, in a secure facility cut off from the rest of the world, surgically implants a special hacking interface into his nervous system, letting him sneak through the compounds, hallways, and warehouses, and fight back against this world-ending threat. But because he is himself part machine now, if the bots the virus controls detect him, they'll hack him and he'll die. This is Evotinction's premise, and the rest of its atmosphere is just as dire and serious, but even more so than that, mysterious. The free demo you can play on Steam right now for Next Fest will let you play one chapter of this interesting stealth game that feels inspired by the hacking mechanics of Watch Dogs and the darkness of bleak sci-fi or cyberpunk settings, where humanity is taking a beating at the whims of a cruel AI. Much more of the gameplay leans on that kind of hacking here though, so if you ever felt Watch Dogs didn't do enough with the hacking mechanics, this game basically makes it the main recommended playstyle, and it clearly wants a player to get good at it. You never have a way to take down an enemy that is both cheap and safe. If you want to do something powerful, it will cost you a resource. If you want to save those for a more dangerous situation, you'll have to put yourself in danger now and get up close. The clearest way to see this is with the two kinds of takedowns. You can blast a drone, called genies, with one of your charges, but you only carry 2 ammo for your blaster at a time until upgrading. Since the blaster can be used to get corner takedowns or more aggressive frontal blasts on a genie you're rushing down, you may want to save them unless you really need to smash through a sequence of enemies close to each other really quickly. So how do you save that? What's the alternative? Well, you can get behind a genie and take a second to scan the barcode on its back. Slower, more dangerous, and takes a bit of skill. To do a barcode takedown, you have to make sure the entire barcode is inside of your aiming rectangle, which is something I love. It reflects how barcodes actually work. You can't use a partial scan to remove an enemy. You have to make sure the full pattern isn't occluded by something, including the curvature of the bot's own body. This can lead to some tense situations, but the turn away hack, which spins an enemy to always face away from you, is amazing for setting up a barcode takedown in the few seconds it buys you. It feels snappy and powerful, opening a route that previously didn't exist, and while I couldn't try it in this demo, doing a combo with the turnaway skill and the skill to make enemies fight other ones that they notice might be a lot of fun. You can also control cargo drones to lift and drop crates in a spot that blocks enemy vision or gives you cover for a safe takedown. Stronger hacks take more time, and that's when things get interesting. In the top right of the screen you have a trace timer. This is fairly short, 12 seconds, 15 seconds, always around there. The closer you are to an enemy, the faster you can cast your hack. And the UI clearly shows how long any action will take, or for how long an enemy might be blinded, turned away, or otherwise crowd controlled. I like this. Readability of this kind is really important for creating strategies, especially when you need to think fast and there might be enemies all around you. But what if you're too far away when you start a hack, or the enemy starts moving away from you? Anytime a hack's cast time goes over 5 seconds long, the rest of that time begins to get taken from your trace timer in the top right, since the evil computer virus that wants to destroy everything is catching onto you. This means you have a cushion of time to mess up or play more greedy within, but anytime you're doing your stronger hacks, you should mind how much trace time you might consume, and usually do your best to make sure all your hacks finish in 5 seconds or less so you never consume any at all. Overall, the game is really fun to play mechanically. It's not as fast-paced as some other stealth games, and you won't be killing dozens of enemies in a relentless onslaught of nodes connected by a trail of bloodshed, but if you like more tense, puzzle-like configurations of stealth where you're never really safe, you'll really enjoy this. At the end of a chapter, you are also graded and scored on how fast you cleared each stealth area and how many times you died, which is always good to see for replayability or those who enjoy recording themselves. Speaking of which, this game has a no HUD mode in the options menu. A game I'm really loving these days doesn't even have that, and I wish it did, but here Evotinction comes along and has our back. Mystery and intrigue are some of my favorite parts of dark sci-fi or cyberpunk stories, and it's unclear exactly how this one is going to unfold, but the atmosphere it creates and the audio logs and emails you can find lying around the place are already fun to experience. As a nice feature, you can listen to audio logs while moving around by starting one in your menu and then backing out into gameplay. It'll play in the background as you sneak past spherical drones that want to fry your nervous system on sight. Nice, and again, something many games don't even include. It's pretty apparent that Dr. Liu can't exactly trust all the tech he's willingly merged himself with, and weird technical issues happen with his tech multiple times in this one demo alone, so I'm curious to see how horrifyingly weird things are about to get. He's already shown to be a resourceful and cunning character, and a pragmatist who's willing to do what it takes to get things done, even if it puts him in danger. I like this kind of character, and I'd love to see where the rest of his story goes. He's joined by a genie of his own as well, Oz, but this one isn't trying to kill you. Hopefully. The demo ends in a really suspenseful moment, where if a situation like that happened earlier in the game, Dr. Liu would simply be dead, right there and then. But just before the worst happens, he seems to unlock a new ability that we don't have a chance to try, and then we get the thanks for playing message. So that's something I'm really curious about. You have my attention, for sure. The demo for Evotinction is free on Steam right now for Next Fest. Its publisher, Astrolabe Games, actually reached out to me and let me know this demo would be available, which I really appreciated since I wasn't keeping up, and the game has been on my wishlist since the day it was first revealed. Check it out yourself if it looks cool to you, let me know what you think, and if you do play it and have helpful feedback, press the player survey button on the main menu and be honest about what you liked and what you hated. Sincere feedback helps games that are in development quite a bit, and in my experience, indie developers tended to really listen. I remember Thymesia went from a game I couldn't stand to one of my favorite Souls-likes ever in a few short months between the feedback its demo got and the final game. So yeah, play this demo, take the survey, it's only 1 page long, and I will see you next time.